Hi everyone, today we're going to be looking at the 5 main types of cuts. I'm going to be using a potato as my something to cut. I've already peeled my potato and I've already set up my cutting station, so let's get started. Right now my cutting station is in the lock position. I have my chef knife facing outward, my handle rather facing outward. Before I begin cutting, I'm going to bring my belly to the board of the edge of the board. When I am ready, I'm going to grab my chef knife. Okay, I'm going to use chef's grip. So I'm going to pinch and then bring my 3 fingers down. While I'm cutting, the tip of my chef knife is always towards the tip of my cutting board, and I'm using an up and down movement. So moving up and down. I don't want to hear this. Okay, to measure the size of my pieces, I'm going to be looking over my chef knife. If you are farther away and you're looking on this side, you can't see what you're cutting, so everything's going to come out a different size, which is a problem. Okay, and then by holding my potato, I'm going to use my claw hand. So I'm going to tuck my thumb underneath, bring my 4 fingers on top, and then this guarantees that your fingers stay out of the way of the movement of the knife. If I need to hand my knife to somebody, I'm going to grab my knife by the spine and I'm going to hand it to that person so that they can grab the handle and not the blade. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a slice. We're going to be cutting using the heel of our knife, and we're going to try to get our slices as thin as possible. So this is an example of a slice. Okay, now for our dice, I'm going to flatten my potato just so that I have a nice supportive base and my potato's not moving all over the place. I want to cut a dice amount. So I'm going to, again, use my claw hand. Okay, so I'm going to start off like this. Okay, then I'm going to so I have cubes that are about the size of a dice. Next, I have my julienne. This is a thinner cut. So I'm going to start off by cutting it like this, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to cut thinner sticks. That are about the size of like McDonald's French fries. So here are my cuts. Oops. So that is the julienne. Okay, then I have the fine julienne. One thing, if the julienne cuts are a little bit thicker, you can always go back in after and make them thinner. Okay, now I have my fine julienne. So again, bring my fingers down. Okay, these pieces are going to be about the size of a matchstick, so thinner than my last ones. And these are my matchsticks. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, like that. And then last but not least, I have my chop. So I'm going to just take, one of my fine julienne pieces. Again, I'm going to use the heel of my knife, adjusting my chef grip again. And I'm going to look over and just cut it into many little pieces as possible. So these are some example of my chops. Okay, so I'm going to run through it one more time. So this is my example of slice. This is my dice. Okay. These are my julienne, which are like my McDonald's French fries. These are my fine juliennes, which are like my matchsticks. And then, last but not least, I have my chops or my mince. Thanks for watching.